Hi there! Welcome to Atlantic Yarnwork, and welcome back to those of you who have seen me before. I am Margrethe and I live in a small town called Kristiansund, almost in the middle of Norway. It's been a while since the last time I was here, so I have some things to show you today. Starting with my yarn stash. What did I buy since the last time I was on? I have spent 2 weeks in Turkey, in Alanya. I love that place, and they have 2 great yarn stores, and I've of course been to both of them. And I had some room in my suitcase, so I got a few kilos back with me home. First thing I can show you is this yarn from Nako. This is great color. I bought 2 of them and I've started with 1 of them already. It's called Angora Luxe color, and it's 5% mohair, 15% wool and 80% premium acrylic. But it is still soft, and I could wear this at my skin. This is 150 gram skeins and it's 810 meter, so it's gonna last for a long time. That was the first one I saw. Then I bought some baby alpaca from Gassal Knitting Club. Gorgeous yarn, this too. It's so soft and looking so forward to use this. It's 45% superwash merino fine and 55% baby alpaca. And it's 50 gram and 160 meters. So I bought some pink and blue, baby blue, light blue, and some white. Not sure what I'm gonna do with this yet, but I think I will come up with something. And then I bought some sock yarn. This is from Himalaya, Socks Bamboo. This is 100 gram skeins and 420 meters. It is 50% merino superwash, 25% polyamide and 25% bamboo. So this is also soft yarn, and they will be like this when you knit them. I bought 2 skeins of each color. Blue, of course I have to buy blue, but this is another yarn. This is Kartupu sock yarn, 100 grams, 420 meters, and it is 75% superwash wool and 25% polyamide. But blue is so my color. And this, what do you think of this? Isn't this great? It will be like this when it's knitted up. I just love these colors too. It's not my colors at all, but as a sock, yes, definitely. And yellow of Himalaya Socks Bamboo. I just had to buy 2 of these too. Then I saw some wool yarn. Shepherd's Own, 100% all natural undyed wool. And I of course had to buy this too. This looks very similar to Norwegian yarn. It is undyed yarn. Is hand sheared from herds of the Cataluna, Zaragoza, Castilla regions, which are known for their exceptional quality. It's designed exclusively in the USA and produced under license in Turkey. So I bought this color and light beige color and more brown color. So always I can dye if I want to. I never tried to dye except from when I went to school, but I do want to learn it and how to make natural colors with this yarn. So I'm going to Midtnorsk Strikkefestival. It's a knitting festival in Orkanger in October, and there I am going to a workshop where they do some dyeing of yarn, and I hope I can learn it there so I can start dyeing yarn at home for myself. That would be fun. I also bought some yarn from a Norwegian company that is called Du Store Alpaka. It is Sterk. There was a internet shop in Norway that was they should stop selling this yarn, so they had like 50% off. So I bought a few skeins of each color. It is green, and it is bluish, turquoise, and yellow, and dark red, a little brighter red, more like red, gray, and white, and of course this blue. And when I saw this, and when I ordered this yarn, I was planning to make like hats and socks and mittens and things like that. But when I saw these together, wouldn't this be a great sweater or a jacket? Together, these colors? It would be nice. So I will see what I will do with it. Then I also bought, there was a Facebook page where I follow this lady who sells yarn, and she had this yarn. It's called Triplex and it's 100% wool, and this is a yarn that was sold in Norway in like 20, 30, 40 years ago, and everybody loved this yarn. So this is like the veterans of yarn now. She had I think it was 7 skeins of this blue and 2 skeins of this red. So this I'm gonna make something very special for me. Or I will look if I can get some more, but it's very difficult to get this yarn now. But I'm so happy I got it. That was the new yarn I bought. And I also bought in Turkey because nowadays the lira, the Turkish money, is so low compared to the Norwegian kroner, so it's very bad for the Turkish people, but of course it's good for us, so everything will be a lot cheaper than it has been. So they had this set of knitting needles, and it was so cheap that I just had to buy it, because I don't have any sets like this yet. This is my first, and I already started using the 3.5 needles, and the set is like this with the needles, and there's the rest of the stuff here. And I think the box that it is in is beautiful too. Easy to see which number you need. Okay, so that was my new yarn stuff. Work in progress. I have a few. You have seen this one before in my knitting sheep's bag. This is gonna be the Cortina sweater from the Olympics in Cortina in 1954, 56 or something like that. You see, I was here the last time I showed you, and now I'm up here. So it's growing. But it's gonna be finished by the winter. The woman who ordered this one wanted it to be finished by the winter. So it's almost October, and when it's October, the winter could come here in Norway. Except from today, we have 23 degrees, and it's so hot. I think maybe it's the rest or the last summer days today. And here I am sitting inside, but I have been out for a walk. Next thing I have on, so where did that one go? There it is. I have little things here. This is my yarn bag. I bought this from Amelia X Joy on Etsy. I told you about them in the last episode. Here is my Nako Angora Lux yarn, and I've started this. There's a Norwegian podcaster called Brits Strikke that is going to the Midtnorsk Knitting Festival, and if you have seen the Swedish podcast Pia Kamabornia or Kamabornia, they are also going there too. So Britt Strickenerd has this knit along where we knit from patterns of Kamabornia or Pia Kamabornia. So I thought this would be a great yarn for a shawl. So I started Pia's Together shawl. And I know there is some errors here with the small things here, but I hope Pia won't see them. So I come this far, and I have some centimeters left before it's finished. But I like it. I like the color, and I'm looking forward to see how it's going to turn up when it's finished, when it is blue and beige in here, or brown. So I have to hurry, because this knit along is going to be finished at 1st of October. And so you know what I have to do this next weeks. Bambi. Bambi is my favorite Disney Disney figure. I told you in the last episode about the 12 in 18 knit along, sock knit along, where we get one pattern of a pair of socks per month, and you're gonna knit it up till the end of the month. And then if you put the picture of the finished object on Ravelry, you will maybe win a prize there. This knit along is hosted by Garn Boutique and Fortuna on Ravelry, and it is a mother and daughter who has this knit along and has this yarn shop. Garn Boutique means yarn shop, and the pattern this month is called Mini Petina. And sorry, the pattern is only on Norwegian, but it means that you can use up mini skeins. So I have this blue or marine color. It's yarn, sock yarn, 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon, and it is so gorgeous. And I had almost half a skein here, and I had this color. This is with sparkles. I don't think you can see it anyone near now, here now, but it's the same same yarn, but this is with sparkles. So I thought these two would be great together. And the sock is a very simple sock, but kind of nice pattern anyway. So I started these yesterday, and maybe I will finish tomorrow or Monday. I hope so. These are very soft sock yarn, so I'm looking forward to get this finished. In an earlier episode, I think it was the first one, I almost always, when I cast on a new project, I used to finish that one before I started a new project. But now I think I have 4 at the same time. So this last one is in my panda bag. Panda is so cute. And did I tell you that my daughter was in Chengdu in China on a panda farm, taking care of the pandas for 2 weeks some years ago, and she of course loved it. And I told you also in the last episode that I was buying, I have bought these skeins. It's Drops Baby Merino to start a blanket to the what we call in Norway Amanda project. It is knitting blankets, small hats and socks and teddy bears to premature babies, and to the hospitals in Norway that have the intensive care unit for premature babies or sick babies, and they want these things to deliver to the parents or to the babies, of course. So when I went to Turkey, I had this, I have 4 of these skeins, and I have this with me, and knitting needles number, I think it was 3.5, and I started blanket. I cast on 3 stitches down here and increased 1 stitch by a cast on the needle at the beginning of every row, and just knit back and forth. So I almost finished one skein on a 4-hour plane trip. So this is when I don't have this other things to do, and when I need some easy knitting. And I'm going to a couple of other trips this fall, one later in September and one in October, and this is perfect plain knitting, so I'm going to take it with me then. The morning I went to Turkey, I was sitting at home. I was finished packing, and I had to drive 4 hours to go to the airport, to Værnes Airport or Trondheim Airport. And I was waiting here before I went, and had these socks. I showed you these last time. It is, we had a knit along in the Norwegian Knitting Society, or Norsk Strikkeforbund, and they had to be finished while I was in Turkey. So I just had a few rounds in the toe left, and I was knitting them before I went. And I had to go at 11:30 p.m. and they was finished like 11:25 or not p.m. a.m. I mean a.m. This is called, the pattern is called Midsommersokker, or midsummer socks, and it's a beautiful lace pattern down here all the way, you see? And I think light yellow was a good color for this. So I was finished with them like 5 minutes before I had to go. This is Superwash 100. It is 100 gram skeins and 420 meters, and it is 75% superwash wool and 25% polyamide. I had this white one and the black one, and I had leftovers from another pair of socks I knitted a long time ago, last year I think. That is some blue and brown and white. My next finished object are this. This pattern is called Ethos, and it's on Ravelry on both Norwegian and English. We started on the top knitting with another color and white, and that's where I used the leftovers from last year, and then continued with black and white, and it was another new way to knit the heel that I haven't done before. And this is the sock of August in the Knit Along 12 in 18, and the pattern in the front is gorgeous, and stripes on the back. So I started these when I was in Alanya a couple of the evenings, me and my friend that I surprised down there. She didn't know I was coming, so one day, the first day at the beach, I was surprising her, and I love that. So I casted on these couple of evenings there when we went out to dinner and was tired and just got back to the hotel and was knitting and looking at some podcast, just relaxing. But it was not knitting was not the priority down there, so I was finished them a couple of days too late, but they still are finished. So I don't know if you have been to Alanya before. If you are Norwegian, maybe you have. If you are from another parts of Europe, maybe you have. But if you are from the US, maybe you haven't. Alanya is a great place. Turkey is a great country and the people there are also great. I have been to Turkey like 8 or 9 times now, I think, to different places. But Alanya and a place called Marmaris is the place I go back to. I didn't take so much picture this time, but I have a few and I can put them at the end of this podcast so you can see how it is down there. So I think I'm finished now and I hope you like this video. So please follow me, subscribe in the bottom on this podcast, and then you will get a notice when I have a new episode out. Or you can join my Ravelry group, Atlantic Yarnwork, or follow me at Instagram as Margrethe SL. I will put all this info in the show notes. Okay, so have a nice day and bye bye.